Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Raw 16th of September 2019. We kick off the show with the Universal Champion Seth Rollins making his way to the ring. He mentions that last night he lost the Raw titles and they couldn't even focus on the loss as a team because they had to prepare for the Universal title match. He defeated Braun with 4 stomps and had a pedigree, but he didn't even have time to think about his celebration because the Fiend came out. Yowie wowie. So in 3 weeks we're going to face Bray Wyatt in Hell in the Cell. Yes. Then the Firefly Funhouse came on the Titantron and he says hello to the Fireflies. He said he didn't notice you there. It's his future best friend, Universal Champion Seth Rollins. He's glad that Seth is here and he's glad Seth is okay. And Seth's like, you are sick. Roman and Rabbit tells Seth to run. Bray says, no. There's no need for name calling. It's poppycock, but it's fine. Mistakes have been made and you have made many mistakes and people have forgiven you. Bray said he forgives you but never forgets. Maybe that is why he said hello at Clash of Champion. Who knows? We might have more to say to you tonight. He stares intently and starts to smile and says he'll see you in Hell. Overall, the Bray Wyatt stuff, 10 out of 10, as usual. Seth Rollins' promo was pretty good. Overall, I'm going to give the segment a solid 8.5 out of 10, and the Firefly Funhouse just gets 10 out of 10 out of the way of that, because Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt's amazing. But yeah, overall, it was a nice opening promo. We then see Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode make their way to the ring, and then they're joined by the Revival. Take a good look at your new Raw champions. Braun Strowman makes his way down there, and then he annihilates Dawson, Wilder, and Ziggler, and Roode manages to get away for now. Overall, I mean, yes, I guess you needed to have Braun destroy someone tonight, but why basically kill your goddamn tag divisions with a big monster killing your big champions? Why? I mean, you could have easily successfully done this by him going to knock out somebody that could have taken it. I mean, these are 4 legitimately good wrestlers that shouldn't be being destroyed, especially now they're champions. But okay, whatever. Hopefully that means Rollins and Strowman have a tag title match again. Who fucking knows? Then we have Alexa plus Nikki Cross drinking coffee. Alexa said she told you that you'd win a Clash of Champions. Sasha's like, trash things, can't hold anything to her. Can't hold on anything. Sasha's not caring about the titles. They will show Sasha and Bayley what it's like to be tag champions. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Oh, the Rude Dawson segment and that gets a 5.5. We then go to our first match of the evening: AJ Styles, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Cedric Alexander and the Viking Experience. Styles with a phenomenal forearm for the 3 count. You know what, it was a pretty decent match. I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5. It was a fairly decent match. After the match, AJ Styles attacks Alexander, but then the Viking Experience comes in, then Gallows and Anderson come in. Big brawl between all of them. AJ Styles gets beaten up by Alexander, put on the turnbuckle. Styles blocks a Frankenstein and hits a Styles Clash from the turnbuckle. Very lovely. Beat down after the match, gets a solid 8.5 out of 10. That Styles Clash was bloody lovely. Then we see Carmelo and R-Truth at the University of Tennessee. Truth says he's confused and worried about the balls hanging from the ceiling that will fall on him. Then Kane shows up because they're in Knox County and he's a mayor. And then Truth asks Kane if he has secret service people with him, and he says no. Truth is excited about being toured with the president. Okay, yeah, good. I like our Truth. Kane was there, was pretty good. 7 out of 10. We then go to Baron Corbin versus Chad Gable in the King of the Ring finals. This match was insane. This is going to get the highest rating of any Raw match or SmackDown match I've ever given. This is going to get 4.25 stars. It was amazing. I loved this match. I mean, Chad Gable thought his heart out, but ended up getting caught with an end of the days for Baron Corbin to become King Baron Corbin. The right guy won, in my opinion. Baron Corbin is a dastardly heel, and it will make him even further. I mean, yes, he can be annoying at some times, but he's a competent enough wrestler, and his talking can do pretty good. So, I think it was good. Then we see the Street Profits, the gender reveal party for Mike and Maria. Maria shows up and says it's a boy. Maria then tells her husband that the father is truly Ricochet. Ricochet says Maria's lying. He said he would never, not that he would. Mike slaps Ricochet and says, meet me in the ring. Titus gets Ricochet to go to the ring. After Angelo suggested Maria in a pole match, and then Monty says that was the way they got into the problem in the first place. Gotta admit, not a bad joke. Segment, 6 out of 10. Then Ricochet versus Mike and Ellis. Ricochet with a recall for a 3 count. Not gonna rate it. It was just kind of a throwaway. After we get Firefly Funhouse Bray putting up photos on the wall. He said he has been busy as a beaver adding things to his wall of friendship. He said it's time for him to go and find more friends. 10 out of 10. He's just brilliant. I can't say any more than that. Then Maria asked Mike what would it take to motivate you. Ricochet's not the father. She thought if she humiliated or embarrassed you, he would be man enough to defend the unborn child's honour. She said, I will reveal the real father now. The real father is Rusev. The returning Rusev with a moustache. He had a very nice moustache. Mike says he's really having a bad day and an even worse night. He's not looking for a fight or another match. If you're the father of Maria's child, I'm okay with that. Congratulations to you too. After he leaves the ring, Rusev starts beating him up. And then sends him back into the ring, so we have a match. Thrust kick, accolade, Mike taps out. The overall segment, I'm going to give a good solid 8 out of 10, but the matches don't get ranked because they were kind of just to carry the segment kind of thing. I mean, Rusev's returned, so yay. I love Rusev. Thank God he's back. Ruru is back on our screens. But let's hope this does something for Mike in the end. And then we continue our tour of Knox County with the Neyland Stadium, the home of the Volunteers. Tooth asked about the bells ringing in the stadium. He says it's what makes it famous. Kane has Truth meet a police officer from Knox County. Truth asks if he's a real cop or Robocop. Kane says he did not swear Officer Burns in as a cop but a referee. He realises what might happen. He thanks the Robocop and President, runs into a goalpost. Kane covers him to become the new 24/7 champion. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. A solid 8.5 out of 10. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then we're told the coronation of Baron Corbin will happen on SmackDown. Makes no sense because he's a Raw wrestler, but okay. We then have Cesaro versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio with a code red for the 3 count. Match was okay. 2.75 out of 5. Next, Bray Wyatt returns, putting up a photo of Seth Rollins because all the photos had X's over their eyes. So Seth Rollins goes on the wall and he just looks at the camera. You already know what I'm going to say, so we'll just move straight on. We then have the Authors of Pain in a video package. Yes, they're back too. A lot of returns tonight. They introduced themselves. They said no one's seen them since WrestleMania. They have a good reason why they've not been back. They are fighters and they came to fight. People complain about being hurt by them. He says they came to WWE to fight and no one wants to fight us. They said every tag team in WWE is soft and none of you hard enough to fight us. None of you have the heart to fight us. None of them have the manhood to face us. They warn everyone that in the future tag team division in the future will be written in pain. I believe it was also done in Bulgarian, Albanian. I think it was definitely in a foreign language. I could not tell you which particular one because I do not speak any other foreign language, so I would not know. It was like subtitled. It was really good. I'm going to give them a solid 9 out of 10. We then had Bayley and Sasha versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. During the match, Alexa Bliss hurts her knee and gets sent to the back, so it's Nikki just on her own. Nikki held her own for quite a long time. Sasha pulls Bayley into the corner, makes a tag. Inside cradle for nail fall by Nikki. Nikki with a kick, but Sasha with a backstabber into a bank statement, and Nikki taps out. Solid enough match, 3 out of 10. 3 out of 5, sorry. Yeah, I love how Nikki did hold her own for quite a long time. After the match, Sasha gets a chair, brings her into the ring. Becky Lynch makes her way to the ring. They have like a chair battle, smashing the chairs into each other. Bayley enters the ring with a chair. Becky waits for both of them, but Charlotte makes her way. Charlotte with a boot to the chair that Bayley is holding because Bayley goes after her. Charlotte hits Bayley with a chair. Sasha looks for a higher power for help. Sasha misses Becky. Becky hits Sasha with a chair. Sasha calls to a friend. Charlotte and Becky stand together in the ring, staring at each other as holding a chair. Overall, not a bad beatdown segment. I'll just give that a solid 6.5 out of 10. It weren't bad. And then after we see Sasha in the backs saying, I don't give a damn about how many chairs you bring her away. She's a star. She's the one who's challenging Becky for a rematch at Hell in the Cell unless you aren't man enough to accept the challenge. After that, I'm going to just do this part before because it makes more sense to talk about and I can break them both as a segment together. This is the cat and mouse game. You're cornered by Becky. That's what she's talking about. You bought a chair and cried about Becky beating her with a chair. She mentioned she got a 10,000 fine for hitting the referee. You bought up the Hell in Cell pay-per-view. She will use the chair to break you down. Becky is not interested in facing Sasha in Hell in Cell. She's interested in destroying Sasha Banks in Hell in the Cell. Overall, not bad. I like how they're going to be in Hell in the Cell. 7 out of 10. Then Glenn Jacobs is getting out of a limo saying it's great to be back on Raw. Gets rolled up. R-Truth wins the title back. Then Blake grabs him and by the throat. Says the 48-7 belt is just like your job. It's always on. It always has to be done. And he's like, can we have a truce? And he's like, yeah. And Truth tells him to enjoy the show. Good. 6.5 out of 10. We then have Lacey Evans versus Dana Brooke. Lacey with a sharpshooter. She calls out Natalya. Dana taps out. 1.5 out of 10. 5. 1.5 out of 5. No more words need to be spoken when I said the word Dana Brooke versus Lacey Evans. Then we go to our main event of the evening, Seth Rollins versus Robert Roode in a non-title match. The match started happening. Roode had some good control in it. It wasn't a bad match. Ziggler breaks up the cover and the referee calls for the bell after a stomp. Then the club make the way down. Obviously there's 5 heels and 1 babyface, so you can imagine that Rollins is getting his ass kicked. The building goes red. Kane makes his way to the ring, destroys a shitload of people, double chokeslams everyone, chokeslams. Before he gets to the ring, pyro effect, lights go down, they come back up, the Fiend is in the ring behind Kane, mandible claw. You already know it's going to get a 10 out of 10 because Bray Wyatt is amazing. Really, really nice. Great way to end it. I mean, it was nice to see Kane back. Bray Wyatt looked strong as hell, which is amazing. The match was fairly competent. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Fairly average match. It was not bad, but it wasn't good, kind of thing. It was fairly competent, but obviously it was more to set up for this stuff after. But yeah, overall, a pretty decent Raw, actually. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was a really good Raw. Especially the Bray Wyatt stuff. It definitely made it. They're hyping this match to hell. I love it. But yeah, overall, good show. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please smash that like button. Share this all around. Subscribe for more content. And I shall catch you all laters. Bye.